NFL, where we lead. Bad beats, bad bets, bad for the books. Tough results for the house. Ton of Jacksonville money, which was professional too. Plenty of Saints money, which was public. Rams, easy route against the Giants. Those were a couple of bad results for the books early on. And don't forget about the Eagles. The public all over the Eagles, who routed the Broncos.
Yeah, and look, the last 2 weeks, we'll get to this later in the segment, but the last 2 weeks, the pros versus Joes haven't lost a game. The big decisions have all gone with the recreational players. And the reason the big decisions have gone with the recreational players is, guess what? They're ahead of the curve when it comes to teams like the Philadelphia Eagles and the LA Rams, teams that are really good. The public recognized it for the wise guys did on those two squads. And of course, the books took a beating as a result. But good day for the chalk again, just like last weekend. Favorites go 6-3-2 against the spread in the NFL. The Titans-Ravens and the Raiders-Dolphins both land right on the closing spread of -3. All three underdogs that covered won the games outright, Pauly. The Redskins, the Colts, and the Panthers. 7 overs, 4 unders. Philly and the Rams, hey, they went over the total all by themselves.
Bad bet. As high as a 5-point move on the total. Tampa Bay, New Orleans, 50 up to 55, 54 in some other spots. Saints have won 6 in a row after the 0-2 start. That's the third time in the Super Bowl era that has happened. They were 30-1 to win the division after they were 0-2. What a job by Peyton.
30-1 not to win the Super Bowl, not to win the conference, to win the division. Those are good bets. Look at the tweet here from ESPN Stats and Info. The Saints scored 3 total non-offensive touchdowns. That's, defensive or special team scored over a 4-year span from 2013 to 2016. They just blocked a punt for their 4th non-offensive touchdown of 2017, which speaks volumes about how much better this Saints team is defensively than any recent version. They're just the 3rd team in the Super Bowl era, Pauly, to go from 0-2 to 6-2. And it's worth noting, the other 2 teams that did that, the 1993 Dallas Cowboys, the 2007 New York Football Giants, those 2 teams both went on to win the Super Bowl.
Play of the day loser, KC Dallas total, 51 up to 54. It had hope at the half after that garbage touchdown. I don't know what the Cowboys were doing on the touchdown to Hill where he wasn't touched. They can't get Hunt going. Chiefs lose again. And everyone was on Atlanta. +2, +2.5 went off the favorite. Even saw some threes out there. They lose 20-17. Falcons are now 500.
Yeah, I mean, even with the best executed Hail Mary touchdown pass before halftime you'll ever see, the Chiefs' offense didn't work. Kareem Hunt's been a non-factor the last 4 games. Only 37 rushing yards on Sunday. And guess what? That Chiefs team that everyone was calling the best team in the NFL, they've lost 3 of their last 4. And, the books were saved by the Falcons' loss on Sunday. I mean, you can't blame Sarkisian for dropping the pass in the end zone like Julio Jones did, but Atlanta's offense has not seemed in sync. It wasn't in sync again yesterday. We're talking about a squad that was a Super Bowl team last year that now, as you mentioned, sitting right at 500. Worse than that against the spread.
Scoop Jackson for the books. They get everything. Straight bets, parlays, moneyline parlays, teasers. Seahawks couldn't cover. They couldn't even win the game. They lose at home to the Redskins. Blair Walsh misses 3 field goals.
Yeah, it was the Blair Walsh project. Look at the tweet from NFL Research. Blair Walsh missed 3 field goals for Seattle in the first half. The first kicker to miss 3 first-half field goals since Mike Nugent for Cincinnati in Week 2, 2014. The Seahawks won the total offense by almost 200 yards, but they missed both of their 2-point tries, and Walsh missed the 3 field goals. And, of course, once they took the lead, finally, late in the 4th quarter, the defense allowed the Redskins to drive the field. We've already seen money come against Seattle at Arizona for their Thursday night game this week.
Bad for the books. Rams destroy the Giants. They score 51 points, the most points the Giants have allowed at home since 1964. They gave up a 3rd and 33 to Woods on a screen. He wasn't touched. And Jacksonville took money up to 6. They beat Cincy 23-7. A.J. Green didn't want to be there. He was ejected. Bengals had, 30 yards of offense in the second half. Time of possession, 40-20. Jacksonville's defense for real. They were all over Dalton.
Yeah, and again, the books catering to public bettors took a beating on these games because the public recognized the Rams are good. The wise guys, oh, well, what about the long-term stand? No. The Rams are good, and they showed it again yesterday. Aaron Schatz, although it talks about the Giants and their lack of effort in that ball game with this tweet. How did the Giants they had 7 defensive backs on the field in that game, let a guy run through them for a 52 Yates touchdown on 3rd and 33. Those are the type of plays that tend to end up with a coach getting fired at the end of the campaign. And, how about this tweet? ESPN Stats and Info. The Bengals' 37 plays from scrimmage Sunday is their fewest in franchise history. Remember, the money came in against Jacksonville. There was a little bit of Cincy after Fournette got suspended. And then the wise guys and the public came right back in on the Jags. They said, we don't care. Fournette's out. Who cares? Note, there's money going against Cincinnati already for this coming week's game. The Titans got bet up the very minute the lines were posted. Cincy, all the makings of a bet against team down the stretch of the NFL campaign.
Bad for the books. Ravens +4 down to +3. They lose by 3. A late touchdown there for Flacco. 2 late touchdown passes, and then put it on 3. Titans get the win. There was a missed extra point in that one, which was important too. That was bad. Pros versus Joes. So let's start with the pros. 23-15 year to date, 2-2. I don't know. Buccaneers horror show, 2-6. They got to get Cutter out of there. They only had 200 yards of offense. They lost 30-10. Jags a winner. Falcons a loser. Cowboys a winner. Nice job there. What do you think of the pros and the Joes?
Well, I mean, when we talk about the Bucs, we are talking about probably you can call them or the Giants the most disappointing team in the NFL. 6 of one, half dozen of the other. But once again, the wise guys burned by that same team. But look at the Joes. We were talking about at the top. The Joes, 5 wins, no losses, 2 pushes over the last 2 weeks. They like the Lions tonight, worth noting. But right side winner with the Rams, right side winner with the Saints, right side winner with the Eagles. And the Raiders certainly weren't wrong. That was a coin flip type of ball game. So Joe's seeing what teams are hot and undervalued in the marketplace a little bit better than the wise guys have, at least over the last couple of weeks. Recreational bettors, way to go, guys. Keep it up.
Hey, guys, for the full video, go to sbrpicks.com.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to our channel. Now, we've put a lot of work into producing all these free videos, so please help us out and keep all our content free for you forever by simply liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Now, not to mention, a visit to our industry-leading website will warm the hearts of all our SBR employees, especially myself. Now, the links are over there to the left, so do check those out. Thanks for watching.